Hi there! Today we will crochet. What will you crochet, you ask? Well, this is what we will crochet. Yes, I do not know what is going to happen, but you clicked in the video knowing what we are about to crochet. So for me, it's a freehand, but for you, I'll give you some guidance. If you need it, you might not. What are we using? Yarn. It's a very thin yarn. I usually use it comfortably with a 1.75 millimeter hook, but today I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook, and the thin yarn with big hook is what makes the mesh open weave effect for this project. Also, beads. I have all of these fake pearls and I need to use them because they're occupying space. You can use any beads you want, whatever you have. It can be colorful. Also, a needle. If you're using a thicker yarn, you might have to get one of these things like this that you use to thread the needle, like this, and you pull it so it's easier to thread. Also, scissors. I have a mini table just for me to try and show you the stitches. You don't need one. Oh, by the way, the needle that you choose needs to be able to support your bead. That's the thing, like the needle has to go through the bead. So first thing I'm doing is I'm going to put a lot of beads in the thread. I don't know, I'm just going to put a lot. I don't know how many exactly. I just started adding the beads. This is how many beads I have. And it's currently 4:03, and that's the time that we're starting. Okay, friends, so we have the beads. Just leave them, let them be. We're not using them right now. Now we are doing the crochet part. Also, this took me like 15 minutes, so... Okay, so slip knot, you basically do this and then this. Let me try and show you in the table. This is, and then you do this, and then you put the yarn underneath, and I like to grab it with the hook like so. And now we are going to chain. This is a chain, so you grab the yarn and then you pull it inside the loop that is on the hook. How many chains do we do? I don't know. I'm not used to doing large hook, tiny yarn project, and I'm someone who uses a very intense tension every single time I crochet. So this is a crucial bit where you have to be careful with the tension. Don't pull it too much. Let it be loose, because this is the start of the project and it's not nice when they bulge like this. If the tension is wrong, you're not going to want to redo it. I'm not going to redo it if the tension is wrong. I want to do it slightly cropped, but not too cropped. Okie doke. So how are we doing the measuring bit? Get your chain and measure it just underneath where your armpit is. This part. So from here all the way to where you want your top to land. But if you have a larger boob, go through it. Okay, just go on top of the boob, see if it does the length that you want with the boob there, because it's there and you don't want to make something that flashes. I mean, maybe you do, but I don't want to do something that flashes people. This is the length, and yeah, we are doing side to side. Why? Because I'm feeling a side waist kind of crochet today. I saw this big huge piece that Gabriela Hearst had in her collection. Hers is side to side and it inspired me. It has nothing to do with this stuff that we're doing, but the side to side vibe is what I'm going for. So now you do 2 more chains. The first double crochet, we're doing double crochets. We're doing 1 row of double crochets. Now it's kind of nice for you to count the stitches that you have, just so you have the same amount of double stitches. I personally like to count the first row of double stitches because who cares about the chain? It's just there to set a foundation. The last 2 stitches that you did were the first double, and then you yarn over, and then you go with your needle here just in the 3rd stitch, and you'll get the yarn on the other side. You pull it through and then you yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, pull through 2 loops, and then you do it all over again. So yarn over the needle, hook underneath the next stitch of the chain, and then you pull it through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, just one more, yarn over the hook underneath the next chain, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yay! I did the first row. It's looking a bit wonky, but as I said, I'm not going back. I'm now going to do a couple more rows of just double crochet. Chain stitch, and then I'll turn my work around and I will continue doing double crochet. So right here we have a little design situation that you have to choose. So normally when we are crocheting, when you're grabbing the yarn underneath, when you're passing the hook underneath the last stitch, you will go through just the like little V that the stitch forms. But here, because it's very loose, you have the option to go all the way underneath the next stitch, and that's what I'm choosing. I think this one is faster and honestly prettier. Just to show you the difference, so you can choose the middle row, you have the stitches done in the V like you would normally crochet, and here you have them all done underneath the full stitch, so it forms this little mesh situation, and I quite like it. So when I do my like videos and when I have projects for myself that I like to film, I always have like the most insane and time-consuming ideas, and I like them, you know, but I kind of want to bring more like easier and less time-consuming projects, like projects that you can do in one afternoon. So this is why I call this afternoon projects. My idea and my hope is to make projects that take under 6 hours. If you are not a crocheter, this is one of your first few projects, you might be thinking, 6 hours, that's a lot. I know, but fiber arts takes long. 6 hours is nothing for knit, crochet. I know that not everyone has the whole 6 hours, like from 5 till like 10 to work on a project, especially if you commute and stuff. Maybe you can do it in 2 days or a week. Just projects that are a little easier and a little faster to do, so that you can feel accomplished when, you know, you pick up something and you finish it real quick and you can wear it. That's the whole vibe. The one thing I've been noticing, whenever I pull the beads away from the project, I tend to pull on the stitch that I'm working on. So I think a tip for right now is you do the yarn over, you go inside the next stitch, you pull the yarn and you keep the 3 strands on the hook, and then you pull the bead away from you because you're not using them right now, and then you go ahead and finish the stitch so it won't pull on the last stitch. I'm going to do 3 more double crochet rows without the beads, and then I will catch up with you to start adding the beads. Also, so I finished the row, chain, chain, and then turn the work, yarn over next hole and do the double crochet, and then just keep on working on it. I kind of want to work on it in the roof because the sun just like gave me a break. I'm a bit Lulu when it comes to estimating time for the projects that I do. In my head, this project that I'm doing is a long sleeve top with the beads. You know if I made it or not, and I don't. Will I be able to do it in 6 hours? Honestly, probably not. Hi friends! I'm inside because the neighbors were displaying a good deal of loud music plus crowd singing, and I thought that was an ideal for crochet explanation background. It was nice to crochet listening to their song. So right now I will start 2 things. I have 5 rows. I will start 2 things at the same time. I will start using the beads, and I'll also start growing the project on only one of the sides. Okay, so this is one side. I'm going to only start growing here, so I will grow here, and then on the bottom here, no. What I'm going to start shaping here is the armhole, and the top is going to be like this, and then the armhole here, a neckline here. So we only need to grow and the crease in one side. This is what I grew. First I do 2 chains, so 1, 2, keep them loose, and then turn the work. Hold on to this stitch that you just did, and then do 2 more, 1, 2, and then you do the double crochet on this one, like this, and then you do 1 more here in the first chain that you did extra, and then you go ahead and continue in the same spots that you have to do your double crochet, just like so. And this is it. It's quite dramatic, but it kind of, you know, just does its thing. You can also do 1 chain and then the double crochet, so you have 1 extra, not like 3. So I have 4 stitches total, and I will start doing the beads. So what we do, we have like the work here, and then you pull in a bead, and then you just leave it here, let it rest, and just do the same thing that you've been doing. And crochet in the same spot. If you were to be doing like a tighter crochet, maybe a tighter work, maybe you would need to skip the next stitch to accommodate the bead, but in this case here we absolutely do not. I will be doing 1 bead, and then I will do 4 double crochets with no bead, and then I will bring the bead, next bead, just do the same that we've been doing. You just pull the bead to where you are. Try to keep it very tense, very tight, because otherwise the bead is going to be floppy. And just wrap around, like see here. Here the bead should be really stuck, like really not moving too much. And then you go in the next little hole there, and she stays right here in the middle. So let's do 4 more stitches. 3 and 4. So the one that you did right after you added the bead is the first one. So 4 more like this. Bead, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you add another bead. Just like so. And that was the first one. 4 bead. Okay, so I just finished the roll with the beads. Yep, the tension it's questionable. I'm not gonna lie to you. You're here, and now we're going to go all the way to the other side. The bead rolls are the rolls that are going down, and this is going to be the bottom of the work, and this is going to be the top of the work. So we're doing the sleeve holes and the neckline and everything, and this is just straight, straight, straight. So now we just do the 2 chains, turn the work around, and in this next row, we're actually not adding the beads. So you do double crochet, double crochet, and here, see, you just might have to, you know, go a little in with the hook of the hook and doing it, and just like so. And you just go ahead and keep going as normal. So no beads here. Now these are the extra 2 that I did in the last row. So I'm doing just normally, just going, using them as normal stitches. And now I'm actually going to grow a bit more. So 1 and 2. And now I'm going to do 2 stitches, my first double crochet, and I'm going to turn the work. I will yarn over and go here the chains. So we added like 3 extra stitches to the line up. Here we're going to do another row of pearls. Okay, so for the way back, we are actually going to work on the opposites. You see how we left 4 stitches? It forms 3 little gaps. So we're going to be working on what will be this middle gap. So here it would be this one, which is not the next one, but the other one. So 1, and then I'm gonna put the pearl here, like so. See? And now you can just use the same 4, like always skip 4, because it will be the same. Here, and then just drag the pearl. This. Very evenly spaced out. Alright, so I will keep on doing this. I will do 1 row without the beads, 1 row with the beads. I'm going to continue shaping the sleeve and it's going to gradually go up, but I'm just like kind of looking at it like this. This is going to be all the way to the side, so I'm going to very gradually grow, like 1 per row, and then when I get to around here, I will grow a bunch, do like a lot of chains. It is already 6, it's 5 minutes till 6, means that I have 4 more hours to work on this based on my own desires and wishes. So this is not going to be a long sleeve top like I wish. I am already thinking of how I'm changing the design to make it fit the time that I set for myself to do this on. Hi! So I grew a bit more, can you see? This is how it's looking. And I then, when I finished this row, started doing a bunch of chains. Can you see the vision yet? You can, because you already know the result. So basically this is where we're at, and then we're growing here, and then we're going to tie it in a little bow in the back. So this is why I grew it so much. I think I'm even going to grow a bit more, so just chain stitches. The way back from this chain all the way to the top, it's supposed to be with the beads, but I'm not going to add the beads here. I'm just going to start adding the beads when I get to this point. When I get here, I'm just going to continue my way down, adding the beads, and I'm going to go my way up, and I'm going to go all the way to here, and then it's going to be like this big probably, and then I'm going to start doing a neckline. I don't know, even already like changing a lot the design that I had in my head. This is probably not going to be 6 hours. I'm feeling like a failure. Alright, so it took me like half an hour to do this one gigantic row because there were so many chain stitches that I had to work on, and that's notoriously hard apparently. I did 3 rows for this like big long piece that we're going to tie here in the back. And now I went all the way down to the end of the work like we've been doing, because we're working like this, right? So it's coming to existence sideways. So it's starting here, okay? And now we're not going up here anymore because I think this is enough for me for a strap. Right now I would just stop here, so if I wanted it thicker I could continue going all the way up, but I don't, so I stopped right after this the bead that I had here, and I will go ahead, do the 2 chains, 1, 2, and I will continue doing my double crochets with the bead, but the bead is going to come here. I might not have enough beads on the string, and if that's the case I will show you how to like fix that. Basically I'll cut the yarn, string again, and then continue, but I'll talk about it if it happens. So bead here, bead is here, it's all evenly spaced. By the way, I don't think I have even introduced myself to you guys in this video. My name is Carolina, and I do DIY stuff. I have a utopic, unrealistic, a wishful thinking goal of reaching 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. And I'm just letting you know that in case you want to help me out. Also, do comment on the video, whatever you want to comment, whenever you want to comment. If you have something that you like, if you have something that you hate, if you look at me talking about crochet and you're like, oh my god, you are so wrong. This is so not how you do it. Let me know. I'm always up for learning. You know, I'm not perfect. My main form of fiber arts is knitting on a knitting machine. I forgot the beads. This is surprisingly a comfortable position, but I'm sure it's not flattering. It's good, but the one from the place that I wanted to order is better. Okay, friends, I ate a lot because I didn't eat just that burger, okay? I worked on a couple more rolls and I'm out of beads. So, let me do what I told you I was gonna do if I ran out of beads, which I did. I just finished a roll that has a bead on. I just want to cut the yarn here on the bottom instead of on the top. Cut, add pearls. Smells funny. Alright, I just added this amount of beads. Honestly, it might not be enough. Look, nice little necklace. If it's not enough, I'll just do the same thing that I'm doing right now, because if you add too much, it just becomes too heavy. Okay, so I'll do my last stitch, and then I will do a little kind of chain, but I'll pull it tight so it will kind of create a knot, and then I cut it, leave a little bit of a tail, pull it through. Okay, you have your beads and you do your slip knot. Come here, so you just did this little knot here. You'll come here in the same space. I like to go underneath like the little V that we talked about ages ago, just for this part, just because we're adding a new yarn. And then you grab your slip knot and you just work as usual. So here we did this, and now we're doing the 2 chains, 1 and 2, and I like to keep the tails together and just kind of keep them down here, and then you do your usual crochet. It's now like probably like 10:15, 10:20, and now it's around the time that I had in my mind that I was going to finish the project. Things change and crochet takes time, and I swear there will come a day in this very channel where I say out loud to the cameras, to myself, in my mind, that I have a timestamp for a project. I will say I want to finish this project in this amount of time, and I will do it. And it will be a glorious day. Everyone will celebrate. Alright, girls, it is currently 11:13, and we don't have a cropped long sleeve crochet top with beads on it. We don't. We have almost half of what apparently will be a beaded mini dress. What I did very wrong, apart from telling you that I had intentions of finishing this in 6 hours, was measuring myself with this long dress on. That's just really wrong because you cannot tell what's happening. So this is what's going to happen. Okay, I say mini dress, I really mean mini. I will catch up with you guys in a few seconds. That will be tomorrow afternoon. Hi friends, good afternoon. It is 3:51. Let's crochet. So I have crocheted a few rows, I think like 8 to 10 rows. So this is what we have so far. I was going to start crocheting with you guys, but I ordered sushi. I ate too much, and then I was like, I need to start filming, but then I was like, and I was like, I need to put a little bit of makeup because I feel more comfortable filming with a little bit of makeup on. And I was like, oh, I don't want to put makeup on, so I crocheted without telling you. And also I was filming a TikTok. I'm not going to decrease anymore. This is a good neckline for me. I'm not sure if I told you how I've been decreasing, but basically I decrease whenever I'm going down. So I come up with without the pearls, and when I'm going down, I kind of skip the first stitch. So this is it. I ran out of pearls, so I just added more to the string. There we go. And once I start increasing, I will show you how I plan on doing it, because I don't have a actual plan. I am trying to run from the sun. The sun's really hot today. It's like 37 Celsius, but that's not even a color in my temperature blanket. We're 8.5 hours in on our 6-hour project. Good things, good progress. Let's go. So you might be wondering, like, girl, like, you've been crocheting for a little while. Why would you think that a thin yarn long sleeve, because that was the original plan, would be a great idea? To be honest, it's like, yes, I want to make quick projects. I will work better on planning myself and being realistic about it, but I also want to make things that I actually want to wear, that I want to have. I live, as you can clearly tell, in a hot place. I don't want to make anything with thick yarn. I'm not a thick yarn enthusiast. I'm very much a thin yarn person. I appreciate that a lot of people need the thick yarn for warmth, for their comfort. I love looking at thicker yarn projects. Not for me. Not for me. Also, I have a lot of thin yarn laying around. It's something that I know I'm gonna wear. I can layer it up on winter when it's a little colder, and I just prefer using it. And as for the project itself, I thought, because I'm doing like a thicker hook, I genuinely believed that I could do it. I was truly delusional. I believed it. I've been doing crochet for like 2 years. I've been knitting for 4 or 5, and still I'm not capable of timing myself right. And I need to get better at that. I think these projects are going to be good for that. I also want to make things that I would like to wear, so that I think that you would like to wear. I don't know, like, I can just think of an easier afternoon project, like a knick-knack, I don't know, like a pencil case or a little coaster or something. I'm not gonna use that, and I don't know, you might need that, but you might not. Yeah, I just want to make things that I know that I want to wear, and hopefully you want to wear as well. I started increasing. I think I'll just increase 1 per row and just kind of check if it's matching. To increase in the neckline, we're going to add a second stitch in the second to last gap before we finish the row. So this is the row that we're going up without the beads. I will do 1 double crochet and then another in the same gap, and then do the last one. And then you do the chains and turn the work around, and when you're doing this next row, you have an extra gap that you're working in, so that increased your work just slightly, and not too intensely. The first ones for the armholes, they were really intense, and then this one is a lot more subtle. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not sure if finishing this in this afternoon. I forgot the beads. No, all of this. Oh, look at it. In my head, this was supposed to be a short video. I'm just unable to do short videos. It's because I do fiber art. Like, if fiber art takes long, the video takes long. Because I'm watching Friends right now. 20-minute episodes, right? And they're able to tell such a good story. I think there's an art on being concise, but being able to tell whatever you want to tell. Like, say whatever you want to say in a short period of time. Takes skill. It's skill that I don't have. Oh my god. A sweat. Like, I just felt a droplet of sweat down my thigh. I have sweat, quite literally dripping from my legs. I will be going inside. Instead of pure nature air, I will be breathing in some conditioned air that a machine made cold. Because sure, crochet is an activity, but it's not an activity that should require your body to sweat. Hi friends, it has been a little while. I actually thought I had just reached the point where I'm supposed to start the strap, but I didn't. This is the piece folded in half. I need 2 more rolls, one going down, one coming up, and then I will start the strap. It's matching perfectly. I will not lie to you guys, once I left the hammock, I did spend a little time on TikTok, wasting my crochet time. It's going to be 10 o'clock in 10 minutes. I want to be finishing the front piece tonight, so I think at least 2 to 3 hours. The back in my head is kind of simple. I will not be putting the pearls on the back. I thought about it, but I'm like, this is kind of long, so a lot of the beads will be on the bum area. That is the report for today. We're going on 13 hours of crochet. This is probably going to be a 20-hour project. Hi girls, hi guys, hey everyone, how are we doing? Third afternoon going strong. It is almost 6. I don't know what I said last night, but I definitely didn't finish the front panel. I did the strap though. I kept saying, oh, I think this is gonna be a mini dress. It's not gonna be a mini dress. It's just going to be a long top. So right now I'm about to start decreasing for the armhole, like this one. 10 rolls till I finish this front panel. So I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this, and I'm here, and I'm going to do this. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to show you on screen the decreasing of the sleeve. Okay, so we're going to do our last kind of decrease. That's just a little bit more impactful than the last one, because it's going to match the increase that we did in the armholes. And we're going to do it right now. So as always, on the way up from the pearls. And what I do is, actually, I don't do the yarn over. I go straight from the loop in the hook inside one gap. I grab the yarn on the other side, pull it up a little bit so it's like almost the same level as we had, like this. And then I go again on the next loop and pull it up. So see, we have loops from 2 different holes, and then yarn over, pull through these 2 loops, and then yarn over through the last 2, and then you just do the last 2. So I did this in like the 4th and the 3rd before we ended the row, and just 2 more. And because this is a very intense, and then 2 chains, turn the work over, and we're skipping the first stitch as well. So skip the first one and go straight to the second, and then the next, and then just go on as usual. Don't forget the bead. Here's where I would apply the bead, actually here on the one that I just did, and go ahead and continue doing your thing. And this is also the same way that we're going to be decreasing on the next few panels for the back. I'm going to get to that in a second. This is the same way that I decreased there.
When Coriolanus is president,
Your wit for the threat. You're brilliant, he said earnestly.
deprivation they'd experienced during the siege. And there was a certain standard expected of a 10th anniversary and all that. But the gymnasium mistress, Professor...
Hi friends! We finally made something. Let me tell you the plan. It's 9 I do plan on finishing this tonight, but I do plan on finishing this every single night, so that's not saying much, is it? Unfortunately, my word is at a point where it means nothing. This has to go here, and then it's like a glorified bib at this point. I could make it like a back panel that's the same size as this, and then just like have like a loose fitting blouse. That's not what I want. I want to make something snatched. I'm going to work the sides separately, okay? I will start at the bottom and I will go all the way up, and when I'm reaching almost the end, I'll just decrease slowly only on the top like we've been doing, and when I get to around here, I will just go straight. So I'll just work from the sides of this. I will not do a separate panel, so it's not that big of a panel, this much of a panel. Feels like 9 exactly. I did stop to eat, and I did stop to post a video. By the way, I just posted a video, me reviewing New York Fashion Week knits and crochets. Yeah, go watch that if you want. Even if you don't want, just go watch it. Leave it on the background. I'm thinking of filming a time lapse, but I don't know if that's wise. Hi friends, happy afternoon. Welcome to the 5th day of our one afternoon project. It's 5:08, so let's go. I know by this point of the video, you're like, don't say it, but I'll say it. We'll finish it today. So I'm only 5 rows away from finishing this panel for this side, and the other side I actually finished the day before yesterday night, the night that I was last filming. So as I mentioned, this is the 5th day of the project, and I didn't film yesterday at all, and that is just because I had only a couple of hours to work on it because I had my grandfather's 89th birthday party, so I went to that. I didn't work on it much and I just didn't film. I will say I started editing this video. By the way, I have 4 hours of footage already, and I really didn't like how the close-ups on the knit was looking. Tomorrow morning I will film like a sample with all the techniques that I used in this, and I will be putting it on the videos. You'll already have seen a few of those, but I'm just letting you know in case you're like, why is she like showing this piece of fabric that is not what she's doing? I am thinking of doing a separate video, because this is already gigantic, on ways I can style this top for not just summer but winter, because I know I'm on like pretty much summer. It's a heat wave right now, but I know a lot of you might be on winter, and this is a very not, cold weather safe little top, and I have some ideas of ways that I can style it for different seasons. So let me know if you would like that. I am done. I took my scissors downstairs and I'm lazy to go pick it up, so we're closing it just like this, folded in half. Needle, ugh. I just like to use the whip stitch, the 2 sides. You have to have enough yarn here to do the full length of the project that you have created. And then you pull it through like this, and then you will fold it so wrong sides together. This is the right side because it's where the beads are going. Can you tell the difference? You can. Also, I would like to mention in this parts, it's actually better to have what is called a tapestry needle. It's a needle that doesn't have the pointy bit like this one. It has like a more oval shaped. I just don't have one with me right now, but it's better if you're going to get new material to work on this to use a tapestry needle, because this gets caught in the yarn and you don't need it. So yeah, so you have your yarn on the needle, and then you fold in wrong side touching wrong side, so this is the right side facing up. And then basically I'm going to put my hand underneath here just so you can tell what's happening. Loop of the work. So here's the outside of this one, and this, see this is the inside, this is the outside. The outside little loop. Now this is a very loose weave, so if it's like, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. Like, it's not the end of the world. But this is it. And I like to, because this is such an open weave, I like to here and there add a little knot. So like I just did a normal stitch, and here I like to do a little knot. So I'll do one, and then I'll do one with a little knot, so that it holds itself here, and when you pull it again forwards, like when you're moving forwards in the work and you pull it, it doesn't bunch everything up. It just goes back to where you did the knot. Okay. Stitch has been done. Let's try it on. How is it? I cannot see it. Do you like it? I'll see it in a minute. What do you guys think? I think I like it. It has to be pulled out. Like here, it stays badly. Can you see? You have to really pull it down for it to have this down shape, and it shows the back. See, I'm wearing this top here. This is almost my skin color. So the front, I think it's alright with the turtleneck like this, but I don't like how it looks in the back. The shapes, they just don't match. So I had to figure something out in the terms of styling. I've been thinking about it with a white long sleeve and white skirt. Like I bought this heels, and I think this heels, this top with jeans, or maybe this underneath it, a just t-shirt. I don't know, maybe just bikini and then something on the bottom. Did you like this video? Did you like our one afternoon, like 30-hour project? Okay, this was a very bad time management approach, but I think it just goes to show how long crochet and any type of fiber art take. Let me know if you like this stuff. If you make one or something inspired by it, let me know. Share it with me on Instagram. I'll have my Instagram and TikTok over here. My Pinterest is also the same handle. What are other projects that you would like to see here? I've been thinking of like fingerless gloves with like a little pocket and some lace. It's like in my mind, and I kind of want to make this next week, or maybe a mini skirt. Comment anything you want to comment down below. Consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel. Remember my goal, 10K by the end of the year. I know it's not gonna happen, but I might as well just throw it in the air. Maybe it does happen, I don't know. Let's keep optimistic. Have a lovely end of the week, or whenever you're watching this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.